the last stop on this train. Please leave the train. Thank you for riding with MTA New York City train.
These poles are standard on the R-179, but this is a R-160 on the J line. For those of you who know, the Kawasaki Bombardier R-179 are running on the J line. But not only are these poles appearing now on the R-160 Kawasaki's, this is Alstom, but they are appearing more and more on R-160 Alstom and Kawasaki all through the system ever since they appear standard on the R-179, which was the last proposed train to be delivered, that was delivered by Bombardier before the contract for the R211 was granted to Kawasaki. You have to understand the significance of that contract being granted to Kawasaki, because this design and shape, which is referred to as the new technology trains, I believe the last older design that's still in operation is the R-68. Yeah, so the significance of the R-211 contract being given to Kawasaki is that Bombardier is the one that gave us these new technology train. And this only half of this complete train is set up like that with those poles, but those poles came standard with the R-179, the last proposed fleet from Bombardier, but that design was accepted in limited number, and the MTA elected to go with the R211, which will be a open gangway. This section and this type of coupling will be no more. That section right there, where you see those two cars are coupled together, that design is gonna be phased out. Not in all trains, but the first appearance of open gangway, where you see it in the those tandem buses, where they look like snakes, you know, like two buses coupled together. That's how the new institution of that design is going to be on the R-211. So the age of the boxcar, as I call it, you know, like back in the days when you have Boxcar Willie, is on its way out. R-160. That design is gonna die with that number. R-211 is gonna be the new day. Streamline. Like I said, that open gangway is gonna be instituted, where you can go from car to car without no doors being in between. Yeah, you see it in the new buses. It's not a new thing. I mean, Bombardier was not granted that contract because they tried to give us the R-179, which is an old design. And you look at the European train, even Canada right next door, you see that open gangway has been instituted a long time ago. So Kawasaki got that because of that proposal. I spoke to a guy from Bombardier, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a new train. It's better than the R-160." And I was like, "Nah." And then I spoke to a conductor who was not conductor, but the engineer who was driven the R-179. And what he told me is that the cab itself, the conductor and the engineer's cab, is even smaller than the R-160, if you can imagine. That half of the train have those poles. This half doesn't. So this is a typical R-160 design. But more and more, like I started out saying, those poles are being instituted. And those poles are instituted because people get on the train and lean their back up against this pole where it's supposed to accommodate at least 3 or 4 people. You have one people, and when the train is packed, it accommodates even more. Yeah, but you have one person to get on the train and here. So this half of the train is as irregular as. Yeah, so they're trying that. Another thing that they have done on the R-160, and at first it appeared mostly on the Alstom, but also now appearing on the Kawasaki's R-160s, is this section of seat on the World Trade Center train. A lot of them have been taken out, and those are also appearing on the F line and the Q line. Yeah, the poles are appearing on the Q line. Yeah, those bold poles. So to you chronic leaner upper of poles, they got tricks for you. And not only is it that one bow that's being instituted, if you go on the shuttle to Grand Central, you'll see a triple bow. Yeah, so